This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Freshly, chef-cooked healthy meals delivered to your door. Save $40 off the 6-meal plan for first-time users with code MMA639. J&P Cycles, the best aftermarket parts and accessories for your motorcycle. Save up to 30% off with code MMAN. Vitamin World, nutrition starts at the source. Save 10% off with code MMA0314. Mattress Firm, brands you trust at competitive prices. Get 15% off with code MMANuts15. Defense Soap, the ultimate soap for wrestlers, Jiu-Jitsu, and MMA athletes with the new peppermint oil bars and shower gel. Use code MMANuts for 15% off. Hey fam, this is MMA Nuts, episode 388.
388!
My name is Ingo Weigel.
Back with MMA Show by my fans, for my fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. What the fuck's happening?
What's ridiculous is our pre-show warm-up that took place the last 2 minutes. By R, I mean this guy.
Yeah. What does it mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I'll just put it in the show. One of these days, I should do the pre to start to fucking whatever.
Yeah. Are you stoked now? Are you in the game?
No, I'm like normal.
Oh, wow.
It's normal.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it.
See, Matt likes to ride the edge on everything, so he's like right there. Unless he's right at the edge, he does not feel normal.
That's right.
Is that how it works?
Something like that.
Yeah. So man.
Yeah.
UFC event this weekend.
Yeah, it was like fucking, I don't know what time o'clock. 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. It was UFC Singapore.
I watched the headliner only.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about anything else?
No. Cerrone versus Leon Edwards.
Yeah, I got to ask you, like, what happened to Donald Cerrone? I don't understand. He got in this weight division and it was looking awesome, and then something just what is the problem?
Well, two things. One, he said he was super sick for this fight. Obviously, you know, I didn't get called Dana White and pull out his fight. But he's like, fuck that. I'm not here. I'm gonna fight. But one of the things I heard him saying in the interviews leading up to the fight was that he didn't even look at any tape for this guy. So I'm getting a little concerned because that used to be a big thing of Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, was we look at the footage, we study what is this guy's tendencies, what is this guy's habits, and if he's not doing that anymore, I'm worried that he's just kind of going through the motions, like, fuck it, I'm just going to show up and fight.
Might be.
And that may be able to beat some of the guys, but you're not going to beat all the guys with that kind of a strategy.
No.
And that's where I'm worried, is that does he even fucking care at this point? Because it doesn't seem like he cares. It's just, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm just going to fight.
Drinking Bud Light and doing crazy stuff.
Yeah, throwing up and shitting my pants before I get into a fight.
Fighting a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, he looked terrible in the start of the fight, the first couple rounds, but then he kind of recovered. Was it 48-47 was the final?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that close. I thought it was like, I could argue one round, but I thought it was a clear 4-1, if not 5-0 against him.
I think he got the third. Was it the third? I think.
Well, one round he had a takedown, and
yeah.
But I mean, I think the big thing I noticed was just Edwards' speed. He was kind of doing whatever he wanted during the fight.
He did. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. I wouldn't actually mind Donald Cerrone going over to Bellator at this point. Yeah. They're building quite a name for themselves with some of these guys they're pulling over. So, anything else you want to say about the event?
No.
Because I just want to bring up this. Machida moved over, and you know, I think you got Bader over there, Mousasi. There's Rory MacDonald, Cerrone,
Phil Davis. I mean, you can go down the line.
This is starting to look like a division, you know, and I'm kind of going.
Frank Mir.
Well, yeah.
Matt Mitrione.
Different divisions, but yeah.
Fedor,
yeah. Something is happening. So I'm kind of a fan of Cerrone moving. I think his time in the UFC might be coming to an end.
I don't think they'll let him go. It's weird, but they'll let everybody else in the world go. But I think Cerrone is Dana's boy, kind of like Matt Serra getting in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Okay.
But Machida going is weird to me. Is he at the top of his game? No. It's probably actually a good move for him.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to get on some supplements and
get back to his old
regimen of drinking
pissing in your own mouth.
I think it's a good thing.
He's got wins over Bader, I think he's beat, and I think he's beat Mousasi too. And those guys happen to be holding belts, so
yes,
it'll be interesting.
Yes,
Curious to see what will happen there.
And then we had Thursday night. Well, there were a couple things that happened this weekend. I'll go back to Thursday. You had the PFL had an event here in Chicago at the Chicago Theater, which I thought was a weird fucking place. I know, I thought when we were talking to Mercedes Terrell at that Bellator dinner that she was saying when Bellator used to come here, they used to have the fights at the Chicago Theater. Huh. And it seems like a weird place because we saw they put the cage up on the fucking stage. So I don't know how good it looks to the people that are sitting on the floor because that cage is way up over you, and you want to be above the cage to be able to see anything decent. And we saw Rogan there, and we sat in the second balcony so you could see.
But you're only seeing like half
for the comedy show.
Oh, the comedy show.
We were there for both actually,
yeah.
but
and then but that's you're only seeing half the cage, so it's like not a full 360, right?
Right.
Weird.
Yes. So no one's really seeing
weird,
the backside.
It's
so it's
super
just
weird.
It's awkward, but so that happened on Thursday night, I think it was, but it's weird because they have a whole different format where they're going with 6 weight classes and they have 12 fighters per weight class. Yeah. And the way it works is if you win, you get 3 points. If you have a draw, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. And if you stop your opponent in the first round, you get 3 points. Second round, 2 points. And the third round, you get 1 point. So the way they're doing this is the regular season, and then the points determine the standings at the end of this. Okay. So there's 8 seeds per weight class for the playoffs, and then once you hit the playoffs, then you got to win to go forward. And then there's like a quarterfinals, a semifinals, and a championship. And they said there's no elbows going on in here. Yeah. And the regular season is 2 fights for each fighter of 3 5-minute rounds. So your goal, they're basically trying to incentivize you to finish the fight early so that you're guaranteed a high seed so that you'll fight, you're going to have the 1 versus 8. And just like a normal playoff series would work.
That makes sense.
But when you get to the playoffs, you're going to have 2 fights in one night. Oh. So the way that works is the quarterfinals, you have 2 5-minute rounds, and then the semifinals is 3 5-minute rounds. Okay. And that happens in one night. And then you go to the championship, and then it's 5 5-minute rounds. And when they said the championship, there's a $10 million prize pool.
Whoa!
So I don't know how
Can
that
you get in this, man?
I don't know how. There's no chance.
Come on!
Get my ass kicked. But it depends who you are, because some weird shit happened in Illinois with all the refs and the rules. But I want to talk about the booth. I think the booth was a little overkill because they had 4 men in the booth. Right. So you had who the fuck was the announcer?
Was one of them blowing the other 3?
Yeah, it was a total blowjob fest.
Okay.
So you had the announcer is Todd Harris. Then you have Randy Couture, Bass Rutten, and Eve Edwards. It's just too much firepower.
2 of those guys.
Yeah. At least 1, but it's just too much. And they did a women's lightweight fight, like a special one-off, because they don't have a women's division. So they did, the fuck's her first name? Kyla Harrison? Kyla? I don't know how you say it.
I think it's Kyla.
Okay. So she's 27. She's a 2-time judo gold medalist, training partner of Ronda Rousey back in the day. And, of course, she wins via first-round armbar.
No way.
Yeah.
Shocking!
I know. But this chick is thick. Like, she's fighting at 155.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I think her goal is eventually to move down, but that's a big bitch.
155? That's a big woman. Yeah. How tall is she, do you know?
I don't remember, but her stand-up looked decent for her first fight. Yeah. I wasn't going, oh my God, the stand-up's terrible. It was adequate.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, once she can close the distance and get you on the ground, you're fucked. You're fucked.
God, I miss those days, man. The Ronda Rousey heyday. I know you got your problems with her, but it was exciting, man, when she would come in and just wreck people. That was great. It was like 10 seconds an armbar. Remember when Misha Tate had let her just freaking
stick my arm up my ass.
Tate's elbow was like this way, and she's still not. I'm like, it's gross, but she wanted to fight on. I mean, those were the days. I miss those days. Like the Vitor Belfort TRT era, Matt.
That's right.
What happened to that?
It's coming back. He's going to be in Bellator before you know it, too.
Yoked.
That's right. And then the other weird things about this card, you had Sean O'Connell, who he did commentary because they had like Facebook prelim fights.
Yes.
So he does commentary first, and then he goes out there and has a fight, and then ends up winning by KO or TKO in the second round. And a slobber knocker, and he was rocked out of his mind and just ends up throwing a punch, lands flush, the guy drops. Like, oh no. And then at the weigh-ins, he even gave the guy a pizza at the ceremonial weigh-in. He had a pizza delivered to him.
I would love pizza.
I think it was a Giordano's. He should have went with the Luminati's.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Luminati's definitely better.
And then the refs just shit the bed for this card.
Yeah.
Because you had Thiago Tavares got kicked in the balls by, I gotta look his name up. I wrote robbery Watley because it was an accidental low blow and Tavares could not continue.
Oh, nice.
And Tavares lost the fight.
What?
Because in Illinois, it says if you have an accidental low blow, the person that delivered it is the winner of the fight because the guy who received it can't continue.
What the hell kind of sense does that make?
I don't know, but apparently Illinois is not the only state that has this rule.
Wow.
We are
so you are incentivized to kick a dude in the nuts.
Yeah, as long as it's accidental.
How would you determine this?
I don't know.
Okay.
If it was the first one, and you're not just teeing the guy off. I've seen fights. The fuck? I think it was a boxing match. Andrew Galata kept fucking low blowing someone way back in the day, and they told him, "You do it again, and we're fucking stopping the fight." He did it again, and they fucking stopped the fight, and he lost. DQ. Okay. Can't remember any in MMA. So that happened, and then we had Efren Escudero, who I thought was replacing another fighter on short notice, but he had missed weight by like fucking 7 pounds. You know, no big deal.
Wasn't he on the Ultimate Fighter? He was.
Yeah. And he had locked up a guillotine on his opponent, Jason High, and Jason never tapped out, but the ref thought he tapped out and stopped the fight.
Oh, no.
And then on his way out of the cage, he's like kicking chairs over. He's like, "This is bullshit. I never tapped out." Even the officials or the announcers were saying he never tapped out. The only thing he did was like go to his neck to try to get the arm off. So it could look like a tap, but a tap does not constitute. I think it's 3 is official.
3, yeah.
So he got completely fucking hosed out of the tournament. Or not out of the tournament, but he gets 0 points.
That counts too.
Yeah.
if the arm falls to the ground.
Because it wasn't close, and then fucking Escudero's going on like he's a world champion, because I don't know if he saw what happened or not, but...
He's excited. He likes to win.
I don't know. He seemed like he was being a douchebag afterwards, but that's neither here nor there.
Did you just say huge fag?
What?
Nothing.
I didn't say that. I said douchebag.
Okay. I don't know what I heard.
I don't call people faggot.
I thought I heard you say
That's
that.
racist.
Okay.
You go.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Now we're getting pulled from everything. I'm going to drink. You could sit there and lull in your racist thoughts.
You know, I told somebody the other day about our whole the scene that was deleted from our show. Remember that no one knows about? Let's not have one of those right now. Okay.
You're on the verge. I got a bunch of lines queued up that I'm not going to say. But
don't do it.
I said douchebag.
Goofy mood here. That's not what I heard, but okay. My brain is not working. I'm sorry.
No, let's move right along. So the only other fights I want to talk about. So Dana White's got a Tuesday night Contender series, which, you know, I checked it out the other night, and the commentary was really good. Like, Michael Bisping is very good at his job. And you also have hungry fighters who they have skill, they're trying to win, and then Dana White, I think the gist is he'll pick one person depending upon how good they did. Like, did you finish the fight? Was it exciting? And one of those guys is going to get a contract. Well, last week he gave out 4 contracts because every fight that was on there got finished.
Nice.
So I don't think I gave this show a chance because when it first came out was that goddamn Snoopcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't get past the Snoopcast because that was blurring my vision of the fight. But now you get to watch it without that jackleg doing his commentary, and it's awesome. It's very good for a Tuesday night.
Right.
And the pacing. That's what, you know, the UFC and the Bellator, we got to get the pacing down because that's why I like watching some of these offshoots. Like I said, the bare knuckle fighting championship, or the rough and rowdy, or anything. And I think even the PFL, their pacing was a little bit better, where I need my fights go boom, boom, boom. There should be no dead time between everything, and that's what this had happening too. So it's worth a watch.
Can you watch this like on replay? Is this available?
It's on Fight Pass.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah. Even though I just canceled Fight Pass, but I'm going to have to probably re-up it. Because I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Well,
there's too much content.
I never give it a chance because I'm like, this is another stupid-ass show.
Yeah.
Kind of like you said, but you're speaking very highly. I might check this out.
Yeah, and they give you a little info on each guy. You're not getting murdered with 10 minutes of bullshit. It may be 3 minutes of, you know, blah, 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 here's who I am, blah, 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 here's my story. So it's just enough to get you to care one way or another about a guy. But
that's key.
And some of these guys are getting another shot. So if they were on the first season and lost, I think one of the guys got KO'd, and now he went to other organizations, build himself back up, maybe gets 3 or 4 wins, and gets another shot to be on the Contender Series again this season. And then one of the guys got in, so good for him.
Good for him, yeah.
And then one of the guys that won last week, Greg Hardy, who was the guy that had all that domestic violence shit in his background, and people were freaking out. Well, apparently he was playing in, I think, Canadian Football League or something, blew out his knee.
Oh.
And this is after the UFC just said, okay, we're going to give you a contract. And, like, why is he playing football? Or is it more lucrative? Obviously, it's
probably
we know the answer to that question. But that kind of takes care of the problem, because they had a problem by signing him.
Convenient.
Yeah. Or maybe, can you guys take out his legs for me? we kind of want him, but we kind of don't.
Yes.
You got to blow his leg out.
Take care of business for
Yes. So that's all I have as far as like fights and what you should check out. What else you got going on?
Well, big news this week. Josh Barnett, confirming UFC departure, has good things to say about the organization, but not so good things to say about USADA. I think you have some quote you want to...
It's going to be a little long. He had made a post on Facebook, and I just want to read the last two because he kind of goes into the detail about USADA. He said, the debacle with USADA over the last year and a half has also influenced my decision to exit the UFC. Their dogged insistence to punish me for what they absolutely knew was an issue of contamination was unethical. By trying to manufacture any reason they could legitimize to increase sanctions against me was unacceptable. For their stance to necessitate my retaining counsel and do legal battle with them in presence of an arbitrator was unnecessary. They preferred an adversarial to a just and fair process. I cannot in good conscience trust them to act in good faith, or perhaps may even wish to look and to act some sort of vengeance in an attempt to cancel out my victory against them in arbitration. It's not the kind of environment I want to spend the final years of my career in. And then next paragraph... He uses lots of big words.
He's a smart guy.
I'd like to go beyond the bureaucracy by leaving the UFC. I hope I will be able to create the fights I want, compete in grappling, professional wrestling, and take on opportunities I can create and manage the way that I wish to. As a piece in the UFC puzzle, I would have had to work for their narrative and designs on their timeline, as one should expect. There's a lot of stories left to tell with my career, and I want to be the one to determine them without influence. To do that fully, I need to go it alone. I have to be the architect of my destiny, to traversing battlefields far and wide. The UFC has been very good to me and a great place to fight, but what time I have left in the sport, I need to be the one calling the shots and creating the battle plans. I hear the call for high adventure, and I will oblige. Onward into countless battles. The War Master.
You know what I say? Josh Barnett's high as fuck.
He uses big words.
Oh my God. How stoned is he when he wrote that?
I don't know.
But there's a lot of words. Good for him. You know, I feel like he makes a lot of good points. USADA did give him a bum rap. I don't know, like, he's got a lot of taint in his history, you know.
It doesn't matter. They made him sit for a year and a half, and when he was right.
Okay, but, you know, it's like one time he was not 100% at fault. And how many times has he been busted for steroids and all kinds of stuff?
At least 3.
Okay. So
doesn't matter, though.
His whole shit canceled an entire organization. Remember that? What was it? What the hell was it called?
Affliction.
Affliction. He tested positive, and the whole organization went down.
What I'm saying is, if he's clean this time and he beat the process, why does he sit out for a year and a half? You know,
I love Josh Barnett. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Whatever. He's got a lot of words. I don't know what the fuck you just said, but
he beat USADA, and everyone's mad at him. So he's like, fuck this, and he doesn't want to put himself back in that pool, and it makes total sense. So
yeah, Bellator all the way, baby.
Right, and
get him
go
in there.
back on all the supplements.
I know that he loved being in Strikeforce. Get him out there. Get him out there.
So where everybody's gonna end up.
Strikeforce champ. I can see this happening, dude. I was shocked at the way like he competed in Strikeforce. He looked great, and then he come over to UFC and I was like, kind of like,
yeah, supplements.
Well, there is that. So good for him. I like it. Let me see. Okay, talking about positive things. Let's move on to something that I think is also positive. Rashad Evans announcing retirement. I feel like he's not been faring well the last few fights. Hasn't looked the same. He's kind of come out and said in this commentary about him retiring that he's kind of felt a little bit lukewarm towards the sport. Kind of like, meh. And I think that's a good time.
Has he been meh or meh?
Either way. Not like that.
I'd like to be meh.
If you're going to be in a sport where it's like, seriously,
sorry,
you're off the reservation, man.
No,
what the hell, you're sweating?
You are. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're not in, you can't be out. Like, you got
to be 100%.
You got to be in. 100%, dedicated. This is not a sport.
You can't Ronda Rousey this shit and phone it in.
No, because this is a sport where you can get seriously hurt, and guys are trying to take your fucking head off, and you can't be like, oh, I'm kind of...
it's kill or be killed.
I kind of want to fight today. It doesn't work like that. So, I mean, I'm not a fighter, but I know for sure that you have to have that mentality to get out there. Whether, you know, he didn't look like he had it the last year, 2 years.
Yeah, and he went the wrong direction. He went down in weight. Yeah. I thought if you're older in your career, you should move up in weight because you'll keep power, but you're losing speed. And going down, the guys are getting faster and faster.
They are.
And you should have just moved up to heavyweight.
And younger. And
enjoy it. Like, look at Rampage. He was so fucking happy to be a heavyweight and not worry about shit.
Yeah. Eating his life away.
That's right.
Good for him. What else you got?
Well, UFC 225 estimates are in now. Remember last week they were saying like 100,000 or something ridiculous?
¿Cuántos son los, por favor, señor?
They're saying about 250.
That's not...
It's not terrible, but way under what I thought. I think you said 350. I said 500. Still, that doesn't sound right, does it? 250?
Sounds very low. I don't think they care.
No, you had Yoel Romero and Robert Whittaker. And did you hear Robert Whittaker's comments about Yoel Romero? He was saying the guy felt like steel. Like he was punching him, and he's like, felt like I was fucking hitting metal.
Wow.
And he didn't feel like that the last time he fought him. He's kind of questioning this guy's physique. He said he's 40, 41, and now he's solid like a fucking rock, and he's recovering. He's like, whatever water that guy's drinking, I want to drink that water. I want to be able to recover like him. Because I don't know how the fuck he's doing it. Basically implying that he's on the juice.
Maybe. Maybe he just drinks his own piss, Matt.
He should just be a super specimen, right?
I mean, there are those. There's always going to be that outlier or two. So maybe he's one of those. I highly doubt it, but still.
Well, he did fail for PEDs, take a supplement.
And there's also that whole factor, if he is taking PEDs, some guys just do better on the PED. Like, they boost more.
Yeah, so. Well, if you're already starting, like if a normal person is at this level, and you're already super athletic, so you're already like fucking 2 times better than them, and then if each person goes on the juice, he may even go higher on the juice.
Because of his body, yeah?
Yeah. He goes to superhuman level.
Superhuman.
So you got that going on.
Okay.
We had Faraz Sahabi was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he was talking about he wanted to see a GSP versus Floyd Mayweather fight, boxing.
Nah, come on.
No interest?
Dude, that'll be destruction. Are you kidding me?
GSP, he'll jab his face off.
No, he will not. GSP will get lit up by Floyd Mayweather. Are you kidding me?
What if it's bare knuckle?
Still, maybe. I don't know. Is there a big weight difference? I don't know if what.
I forgot. Well, if Conor fought him, they were probably doing it like 155, 160. Okay. I don't remember what the fuck the weight was.
I don't. GSP is not a better striker than Conor. Not a better pure boxer. You know, I don't see
He's
that.
a jabber.
Yeah, but still, what the fuck is a jab going to do against a guy who's a counterpuncher? Nothing.
Well, he's not going to get tired.
Yeah, but okay, he's not going to get tired.
He's not going to get knocked out.
So what? It goes a distance, and Floyd wins on points, like 10 rounds to 0.
No way. GSP wins.
Not going to happen. I don't see that. That's a stupid fight. That's retarded. And on top of that, GSP's not even polarizing. And I love GSP in general. He's a great human being. But
I'm not impressed by your performance.
He's not polarizing. You're going to have Floyd running his mouth, and George is going to be like, ah, fuck you, fuck this guy. Just sitting here talking, like, just looking all innocent like a little lamb. That's not what you need against Floyd. You got to have, like, this kind. That's why Conor...
You need, like, a Diaz or something.
Diaz would be great. That's why Floyd and Conor sold tickets, is because they're both crazy. You know, GSP is so respectful and all this. It's not going to work. You can't sell tickets for that. I'm sorry. Wolf tickets. Wolf tickets.
I'll agree. If it was bare knuckle, man, normal, I'm
bare
out.
Knuckle. Pride rules?
Of course. Well, then he's got no chance. He already said he's pulling out of that shit. He's like, oh, it's shenanigans. I get my ass kicked. Yeah. What else? So, Ariel Helwani, you know, he moved over to ESPN. He just started his new, whatever, I forgot what it's called, Ariel Helwani's MMA show. And then we had Luke Thomas continue with the MMA hour, kind of changing the format up. And I think there's an hour difference between the two shows, and I don't know over the long run how it's going to fare out, but Ariel's show was on Twitter live streaming, and it's kind of a fucking pain in the ass because you can't fast forward, you can't rewind. They said they're going to upload it. I don't know. I just looked at both at one point, and they both had about 7,000 viewers watching live at the same time. And then Ariel's show, it looked like it said, pretty sure it said 1.1 million views. And holy shit. I didn't know that their show was getting that much, or if the ESPN poll is that much more, because I think he had a slew of fighters again, because I don't think it's going to be a competition between the two, because it doesn't seem like Luke wants to bring in like all these fighter interviews. He might have a couple, but he's kind of trying to make it his own thing. So is it, I guess, is it disrespectful for Luke Thomas to keep the MMA hour going, since it was something that Ariel Helwani created? Or like, what should they do? Should they rename it or just keep going with it?
Keep going, man. Whatever. It's a show. He vacated his belt, Matt.
True.
It's no longer his belt. He vacated it.
I think they should at least change the name of the damn show.
The MMA Minute?
Well, he ain't doing no 7-hour
show.
He said the most he's doing is going to be 2, and that's it. Because fucking Ariel was doing 4+. I don't know how the fuck you do that without getting up to take a piss. He's probably pissing under the desk, for all I know.
Probably got some chick under the table.
Well, I don't know. He's very emotional. There you go.
That's still my favorite Ariel Helwani moment. It's what him and Dana White. Come on, man, your kids are gonna see this. You're crying right now. It was the best. I gotta say.
He's very emotional. He's like the Daniel Cormier out there.
Yeah, him and Daniel probably like have fried chicken together and they cry and about their life.
So racist.
And then they hug. It's not racist. He likes Popeye's chicken. It's not racist. I like Popeye's chicken. It's good stuff. I haven't had it in a long time, but I'll eat the shit out of some fried chicken.
So Bellator announced some other fights. they announced here's a fight that I don't think anybody wants to see. Wanderlei Silva versus Rampage Jackson 4.
No, I don't care about that.
They happen on September 29th.
No, thanks.
But then they're putting a little cherry on top of this shit Sunday of Rory MacDonald versus Gegard Mousasi.
That I like.
Same night.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That would be exciting. That's like two dudes with no emotions just going in the cage.
Mousasi has the emotion.
Yeah?
He's got, yeah.
Fighting, fucking, training.
That's right.
What did you say? Eating? What is it? Sleeping?
Something.
Fighting, fucking, sleeping. Those are his 3 things he likes to do. I can get behind this.
Yes.
Those are 3 important things. Maybe
so
not.
What else is there in life? I don't know.
Fucking is probably first. Fighting is probably last. Not on my list.
Not anymore.
Sleeping is there for me. Fucking and sleeping is good.
Yeah, sleeping's number one. I would just like to sleep.
Fucking, sleeping.
Sleep, eat, fuck.
Those are great. All beautiful things.
What else?
You have photos. I'm scared. What is that?
Yeah, so MMA Fighting tweeted this one out. Rafael dos Anjos, he had to undergo plastic surgery because his ear almost fell off at UFC 225, apparently.
Wow.
I didn't know that, but
Crazy.
Who else? They stopped some other fight. There was a woman's fight, and I think...
was
it Leslie Smith? I don't remember who the chick was, but her ear about fell off too. Like we've seen a couple.
Remember Kimbo Slice versus James Thompson?
Yep. Look like a ball sack on his ear.
Just like dangling ear there.
Like, man, that's some shit.
The ear is very delicate.
Cauliflower. Yeah, doesn't take much.
Like the balls.
What else? Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. They just said their next fight's going to be August 25th. So keep an eye out on that. That's good to watch. Ian Kidd tweeted this one out. He said, interesting thing to note from the UFC Performance Institute data is that they give stats on tons of stuff, fighters, jump height, strength to weight ratios, etc., but they don't give any stats on what fighters weigh at the start of the fight week, even though they've been recording that for a while. Remember that? That was maybe 3-4 years ago, where they said, we're going to start looking at what guys weigh when they get here fight week, and they show it every fucking UFC embedded. A guy always steps on the scale. But again, they've never released it.
They're not going to. Because I think the numbers are probably shocking.
Well, remember California was doing it, and they released some of that, and they were, like, because they didn't want people to rehydrate more than 10%. And
yeah.
I forgot what they said. They said a ton of people are rehydrating way more.
Like 15 or 20%.
Right.
Which is ridiculous.
The average.
The average is that high. And some guys are higher than that.
Yeah.
So somebody's cutting 30 pounds. Like,
yeah, this is just
crazy.
The weirdest thing ever because they don't want to do anything.
No.
It's like they tried to, and then they make some half-ass comment about the Performance Institute, and I forgot who's running it. Like, oh man, this is so complex, we can't do anything about it, basically. Yeah, you fucking can, you just choose not to.
Right.
So just, why don't you just be honest about it and just say you don't want to do anything about it? For whatever reason it is. Whatever. Move right along. See, Gustafsson says he'll step in if DC or Stipe get injured. Nice. He wants to move up and fight.
Why not?
Well, because he's never going to get a title shot. No. Because he knows, I think he said DC's never coming back to 205, so he's kind of in fucking no man's land right now, where DC's beat everybody.
Uh-huh.
Did you see Jon Jones' physique as of June 24th?
No. Looking not so ripped.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That's the. It looks like a. Does Jon Jones have a Jon Jones twin?
It looks like. Where are his muscles, Matt?
He has none. No powerlifting.
Looks like been eating Twinkies.
No nothing. Well, remember those pictures where he used to get way out of shape and he used to show that beer belly?
Yeah.
I think he's in worse shape. This is probably the worst shape I've ever seen him in right now.
Man. He doesn't even have any definition in his arms. Nothing.
And he's gonna fight Brock Lesnar apparently.
Maybe he's just. Maybe this is the fat before the muscles.
He's obviously off cycle here, man.
Something.
It ain't good.
No.
Let's move right along. What are your thoughts on the UFC 227 poster here? So I kind of scroll down.
Looks weird. Why is one guy in color, the other one's not? Or two guys are in color?
Champions.
Oh, okay.
I got a problem with it.
I don't like it. It's kind of stupid. There's nothing polarizing about it. I can't tell who the fighters are necessarily. I like to see their faces.
And I think my biggest problem was, I'm like, Dillashaw versus Garbrandt and Johnson versus Cejudo. Like, I thought they both fought each other already. Why isn't there a 2? And then I'm like, oh, the 2's in the background. But you should put the 2 after the fight. I can't look at it like this. This whole fucking poster is tainted. It's blasphemy.
And to be perfectly honest, I don't give a fuck about either of those fights.
No.
I'm sorry, I don't care.
It's pie weights.
I need heavy. Is there anyone over 110 pounds on this card?
Because if you are, I still don't want to watch you fight. 145 or go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm 155 and up these days.
Yeah, that's how the UFC used to be, and then they added all these stupid weight classes.
Little tiny guys.
Although I am reading this book by Cody Garbrandt, The Pact. It's just decent so far. I got to skip a few of the chapters because they're talking about when he befriended that kid that had cancer that came out to the octagon with him that he gave the belt to when he won. Pretty good. I had to skip over those chapters. I don't want to hear about all the cancer and bullshit. So
it's so funny, man.
It's good. We have a bunch of books. We should give a bunch away.
Maybe we should.
Yeah.
Show us your cock. And we'll
no.
I mean, no. Don't do that.
I'm going to scan back through. No, I'm skipping around here.
You got more?
Skipping around.
A lot of news, man.
Let's go to Ask That.
Okay.
As I triple scroll here. Oh, we'll just go with some cool shit first. So, Darren Rovell tweeted this out. He said, famed tattoo artist Steve Butcher did this Conor McGregor tattoo yesterday. It says it took him about 12 hours.
Whoa.
That doesn't even look real.
Did it in
I mean, it
one
doesn't
sitting?
look fake. Yeah. That's ridiculous,
Who sat for 12 fucking hours? That's insanity. That's got to be so painful. Looks crazy, though.
I'm guessing that's not done in one sitting.
Can't be.
But it looks so real.
That's pretty intense, man. Where's that? Vegas?
I mean, it's a good tattoo, but are you getting a fighter tattooed on you?
No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe I'll get my cock and
I would think I would rather get a UFC glove tattooed on my hand versus a fucking fighter.
Just put it right here.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
So they know I'm legit and go,
I would not do that.
fucking too legit.
Although I'm seriously considering just finishing this. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, that's going to be cheap.
Siri,
You should do
Siri
that.
says fuck it too. Oh, she says, watch that language.
Well, tell that cunt to wise up.
Siri's angry at me. She doesn't like me swearing. Sorry, Siri. I don't mean to.
Well, they're monitoring everything.
What are you looking at?
I got to pull up, I got to use the phone here because I got a little thing here. I think Justin Gaethje's dog has CTE, which is shocking, though. So they had posted this video, and hopefully this is going to play here, of he's trying to feed his dog peanut butter.
The dog does not like peanut butter?
No.
I've never seen that ever. What's wrong with this dog? Cute dog, though. Doesn't want peanut butter?
No. You like Brussels sprouts?
That's awesome.
Oh, fuck, man.
What kind of dog is
That
that?
ain't right.
He or she wants, is it a girl? Boy?
I don't know.
Maybe she's trying to watch her figure. She's trying to eat healthy.
That's fucked
Don't
up.
give me all that fat in the peanut butter. I need some
Hey.
low-cal stuff.
If a dog don't like peanut butter, that dog ain't right.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Maybe she doesn't like it.
I don't know. What are the loudest thuds you heard in a fight from strikes?
Ooh, loudest stud. I'm trying to think.
I'll say UFC 90, Thiago Alves, Josh Koscheck, leg kicks.
Oh, that was horrible.
Sounded like Rocky hitting his goddamn side of beef. It was echoing through the whole fucking Allstate Arena.
I think speaking of leg kicks, the Jose Aldo California Kid fight
Right,
was
favorite.
very similar. The leg kick stuff. Or when Pat Barry fought a long time ago, there was who was that?
Hardunk.
Yeah.
I mean, he won. He's got a few wins via leg kicks.
Yeah, those were brutal. I think the leg kicks are for sure what.
Because you hear that. There's a thud in that whack. Yeah. It's like whack.
Yep.
Whack.
Exactly.
All right. Who wins tweet of the week for this week? We got a few contenders.
All right.
So someone had tweeted out to Robin Black and said, it's a crime that you aren't commentating for the UFC yet. So he replies, no shit. Seriously, Dana White, what the fuck are we doing here? Dude, I clearly should be doing my 1-minute breakdowns for UFC platforms. Never mind commentary. Man, why the fuck are Zuffa people trying to block my breakdowns? Dana, please advise. Thank you so much. Is that a good way to get a job?
Apparently.
Go, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
So we got that one going. And then Trevon Free, no idea who this is. Or I think he's a comedian. So someone else had tweeted out that Joe Jackson is on his deathbed at the age of 89.
Okay.
So he tweets out, if doctors only refer to the cancer as Michael, I'm certain Joe will beat it.
Okay. I'm not impressed so far. What is that?
Do you get that? Because he used to beat his kids?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay. When anything I have to think about that hard is not funny.
That was funny, but you didn't get it.
No.
It's all right. They got it. Nick Newell. Someone tweets out at him, hey, Nick, you ever been approached for nub porn? And he says, I'm asking for a friend. And then Nick responds, just by your mom.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
Yep.
Solid. You can always go back to the mom.
Yes. And then USA Today Sports had tweeted this out. The Philly Fanatics wayward wiener hits woman in the face, causes injuries.
Get the fuck out.
Is that a fucking news article?
Flying wiener?
Yeah, they were shooting hot dogs apparently out to
is
the
that
crowd.
her that got hit, or is that?
No, it's just
They
random
launch
chick.
hot dogs into the crowd?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Is it with a bun or just a dog?
I'd assume it's both.
Wow.
But I'm wondering if this chick was just trying to catch it in her mouth. Like there's wieners.
Hey.
So who are you gonna go with? You going?
I gotta go with the nub. That's pretty hilarious.
Nub porn.
Just by your mom.
That's so cool. All right.
What a guy.
Nick Newell, you're the winner this week. Stephen Paul, INCE. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Einz. With Tyron Woodley game planning his fight so much, who in the welterweight top 10 do you think could beat him currently? And then he's going to list it out, and we can say yes or no to each one. So welterweight top 10, Covington. Do you think he can beat Woodley?
Possibly.
I think he can. Darren Till.
No.
No. Dos Anjos.
Maybe on a good day.
Yes or no, man? You're giving me all these bullshit. You're in between.
Yes.
Oh, go no. Wonderboy Thompson, no.
No.
Lawler,
No.
no. Usman,
Nope.
no. Maya, we already saw that.
Nope.
No. Magny,
Nope.
no. Diaz,
Yes.
yes. Masvidal, they won't fight because it's training partners. And Cerrone, no.
No.
Okay, good enough. Rodrigo Machado, closing out. It's time. Pound sign, let's roll. Pound sign, Matt Rape Train. Pound sign, Ingo Sugar Daddy. What do you guys think of this list of top 10 great fighters who never won a title in UFC by Kenny Florian? Just kidding, it's not by Kenny Florian. It's by a legit source, but more likely has been copied by Kenny Florian by now. Anyway, thoughts on
I finished fights at 155, Matt.
That's right. His dirty elbows. I just watched some fight of his again. I forgot how. Remember how dirty he was with those elbows from the bottom? He was just trying to cut people.
Oh, yeah.
Sharp elbow motherfucker. I think he filed them down or something.
He probably did.
So what is this top 10 great fighters who never won a title in the UFC? So his number 10 is Crow Cop. 9, Chael Sonnen. 8, Nate Diaz. 7, Wanderlei Silva. 6, Nick Diaz. 5, Joseph Benavidez. I don't know who that is. If you're under 155, go fuck yourself. Alexander Gustafsson. Kenny Florian. What? Anthony Johnson. Uriah Faber. Okay, I think the Diaz is in favor, and that's all I agree.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on this. I don't care about the rest.
No. Would you rather play Call of Duty with Sage, Super Saiyan, Northcutt, or go hunting with Al, Ragin, Iaquinta?
Hunting, for sure.
Yeah, that seems like a good move with a guy that's semi-unstable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be classic. Are we going to be drinking while we're at it,
Of
too?
course. And you're going to be, like, buying a house.
But he'll be selling me a house while I'm
Yes.
drunk and shooting guns.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Sounds like a safe bet.
Totally.
Would you rather have the Jiu-Jitsu of Damian Maia or the takedown of Khabib Nurmagomedov?
I'll take the jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I agree. It's a tough call, though.
Mm-hmm.
Control where the fight wants to go, but I don't want to just control it. I want to finish you.
Finish.
Fuck, marry, kill. Celebrity edition number 10.
Here we go.
All right. Nina
Favorite part of the show.
Dobrev. Hang on.
Don't know what that
Hang
is.
on.
Celebrity edition?
Something. Yep.
She's like super skinny everywhere.
Not really compared to some of these other broads.
There's more skinny?
Emily Ratajkowski. This chick, she is super skinny, and this was the thickest picture I could find of her. So she probably weighs 100 pounds
Got a
less
big belly button, though.
than here. And then Megan Fox.
Oh, yeah, Megan Fox. And I'm going to have to say no to all of these. I'm sorry.
Okay, good.
I'm out. I'm out.
Gonna
Kill them all.
Kill the middle chick, fuck Megan, and then marry the first one.
Yeah.
Who?
This is some bullshit. Rodrigo, come on, man.
I'm with these, but I like them a little thicker.
This is no good.
I'm marrying the 1st
You're
one.
disappointing us.
Not me. I think you're turning gay by the time.
I'm not gay.
You may suck so much cock, it may be offensive to gay people.
Wow.
I'm just
it was
saying.
gay. It's Gay Pride Month or something. Here.
Okay.
Isn't today?
Represent.
Wait, Chicago had the parade this weekend or something, didn't they? On Sunday?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think the UFC.
Did you attend?
Always. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know.
I gotta represent something.
Right.
You don't stand for something.
You're all
You
for the
stand for
gays.
nothing.
Wait, go back.
No, you're
Megan
done.
Fox.
Sorry.
Megan Fox, I will fuck. The rest, I will kill.
Too late. You already killed them all. Are you gonna fuck them when they're dead now? You sick fuck.
Maybe I will.
That's fine. Only erect belly.
Hey,
only anal.
There'll be less talking.
That's right. It's very quiet.
I did not just say that, did I? I did.
Knowledge. So the New York Post, I should probably put this into Twitter. I don't know if I can pull this up. They had tweeted something out that says, till I first drank my dog's pee, I was depressed, I was sad, and I had bad acne. So she's claiming to drink urine cleared up her acne. And she's like milking a dog. What's this about? Is this something new?
I don't know, dude.
This is the New York Post.
I feel like my life is a fucking, like, on some kind of weird deja vu thing. There's all this pissing and shitting stuff happening. Like, commentary. You look better in those. Maybe the pictures are blown up on your laptop. Why all of a sudden everything is about peeing and shitting? Like German Scheisse videos and all this weird stuff.
I don't know where you go
Pissing
online.
on my chest.
Check out your history.
Pissing on my head. Like, you know, drinking piss. Like, what is going on? What's with all this piss? I don't know. It's piss everywhere.
I think the first person I had heard about drinking piss was a Machida.
Yeah, but not dog piss. What's dog piss going to do for you?
Give you the HIV. It can't be good, whatever you're getting.
I don't know. But, I mean, sperm supposedly is good for your face, right? Something.
That's what I tell the ladies.
Hey, this is good for your complexion.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It always goes over
rub it
well.
in.
Yes.
It's all good. It's exfoliating.
No, stop all my head. Why do you have to finish on my face? I'm just trying to help you exfoliate. It's exfoliating.
That's all.
It's like a sea scrub or something.
Sea scrub. This is going downhill fast. Let's get out before bad things happen. My name is Ziegler Weigel. That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts.
Matt Griffin.
Until next
Thanks for playing. We love gay people. We love the gays.